Hey guys, thanks for joining me for a new video. It's the first of the month, so you know we're going to be talking about my August 2020 passive income report. I'm going to be as transparent as I can be to give you insights into my FBA, Amazon merch, Amazon KDP, print on demand businesses, and even give you insights into my AdSense revenue from a popular website I run and my YouTube channel. And by the way, this is the 2-year anniversary of my most successful month to date, my August 2020 income report. I don't know why. August is always a good month for me because this was a good month for me too. But in August 2020, I did over $25,000 in passive income profit. I did that while working 2 jobs. So guys, if you're interested in learning more, stay tuned. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. But I'm gonna go jump on my computer and we can dive into things. Thanks again for joining me, guys. By the way, it's been 6 months since I left my 9-to-5 job. That was a goal that I'd set for myself to do no later than age 30, and I was able to pull that off. And you're going to get some insights into how my financial situation has been since then in this video. Real quick, let me introduce myself in case this is your first time seeing my channel. I'm Ryan Hogue. I've sold over $1.7 million on Amazon to date. I think that might be 1.8. Actually, I need to go back and check now that I did my income report. By the way, if you want to follow, links in the description. I've got free passive income mini courses delivered to your inbox via email. I spent a lot of time writing the content. It's been very well received. Check it out. It's free. I also have a passive income Facebook community. I'd love to have you there if you're interested in joining. There's a link in the description. As you know, I publish income reports, but if you're not subscribed, why don't you hit the subscribe button? You can keep up with my online business. You can monitor my progress. And last but not least, I also write these full courses in my spare time, which I have less and less of these days, but I've got some very extensive, for instance, I said extensive, not expensive, FBA course, Amazon merch course, print on demand course, a fully automated just about KDP course, because that's pretty much how I operate my KDP business, and even put together more of a how-to style investing course. But like I said, at the end of this video, I'm going to also touch on like how my investing has gone in the month of August, since it was a pretty good month. All right, let me jump into the income report. Let's start by diving into the numbers. So I made $9,947.92 of profit from Amazon FBA, $1,214.31 of profit from Amazon merch, $3,156.93 of profit from drop shipped print on demand, which is my print on demand sales minus Amazon merch, which I split up because it's such a unique beast. KDP paid me $73.92, and Google Ads, aka Google AdSense, paid me $5,684.20. All right, let's dive into things. By the way, I'm just reading off of, well, I'm not reading off of, but the pictures, everything, it's on my personal blog. So if you'd like to check that out, link in the description. Also, if you're on my email list, I always send this out whenever it's published because I know people are interested in keeping up with like how my business is doing. Anyways, Amazon FBA, I did 2,210 sales, bringing in $45,115.70 of revenue. I got to keep $9,947.92 as profit. My gross margin was roughly 22%. And one thing interesting to mention, I won't bury the lead, is that for the entire month of August, my #1 bestseller was sold out. So like this month could have been huge. Like I mentioned earlier, man, I don't know what it is about August, but it's always a good month for me. Historically, at least, you know, knock on wood, right? But these numbers I put up with my historical, like typical bestseller being sold out. And what ended up replacing it as my bestseller was a product that I had launched 3 years ago, stopped selling, and then relaunched last year heading into December. And man, it did really well. I don't actually know if I wrote down the exact, or actually I can see it on the chart here. So it's the, again, if you're looking at my blog, it's the leftmost column, which is my leading, this is sorted in terms of profit. It looks like it sold about $2,600 worth of profit. Well, it sold about $7,600 in revenue, $2,600 in profit. Without giving away the niche, it's a fun one. It's tied to the website that I say that brings in a couple $100 of Google AdSense ads each month. So I won't say anything more than that. But I mean, it's an interesting, I guess, case study that one day I could talk more about. That website that I built in college, which allowed me to learn how to be a web developer, and also I had fun doing the content. But that brand I brought to Amazon. I did it like 2 years. No, it was either 2 or 3 years ago. But I launched 7 products underneath a brand associated with that website. Killed some, brought some back. good learning experience, but I had a lot of money tied up in it. That's why I kind of was a little bit unsure of what, the first order, put it this way, the first order was 35 grand. So, I mean, I'm not rich. I'm not that rich. So I wasn't trying to have 35 grand tied up in a initial order, which is not a full momentum. Hey, I'm ranked and things are selling order, which meant that like there's potential to turn that into a lot more of a cash flow cycle for that brand. So I ended up like most of the products I don't sell anymore. Anyways, that was a long-winded story. What else happened with FBA? My number one bestseller, it was out of stock, not because of lack of planning. My methods are pretty sound. What ended up happening was some competition disappeared and I saw like a massive influx of sales. And when that happens and it's not expected, well, you sell out. And then the number two product in that same niche, because I sell multiple products in the same niche, one thing I recommend, if you strike gold with a product or a niche, launch more products, whether it's Amazon merch, whether it's FBA, it's something that I just believe in general. Really, regardless of the product or the marketplace, occupy more of the search results, more of the real estate in the search results. You suppress your competition and you increase the likelihood of getting clicked. So pretty simple logic there. But anyways, it was to my benefit that I had done that. I had at the most, I think I had like 12 products under that brand. Right now, I probably have like 8 SKUs that are actively selling. So my number 2 bestseller became the number 1, and the number 1 bestseller just recently, yesterday, got to the Amazon. Maybe it's 2 days ago. No, that would have been Sunday. No, it just recently got to the Amazon warehouse, and so that's good. It's back in stock. It's generating more sales, and it's not ranked in the organic rank 1 spot that it's normally at, but I'm sure it will regain its top spot within, let's just say, 2 weeks, because it's got such good sales history and reviews. I'm crushing the reviews on that product. Which, by the way, look up my video walkthrough on Feedback Wiz. I've done like 2 videos on my channel talking about how I use Feedback Wiz to increase the likelihood of receiving a review, not only on my FBA products, but on my FBM products. It's those little things. That's the kind of stuff that if you enroll in any of my courses, that you will not skip over, because I teach it in the course, even though if you just go about it on your own, you may not know they even exist. And then it's just those little things that make a difference over time. All right, advertising, my ACOS, my advertised cost of sale was 6.48%, which is really good. I've been kind of gradually turning on more and more of my ad campaigns. I mentioned that earlier in the year, in like April-ish, I realized that I was overspending on ads because during, the, I don't know, cerveza sickness, I guess I can say pandemic now, the YouTube censors, who knows what they're doing and how they make their decisions about what's allowed to be said and what's not allowed to be said. But I think I can say pandemic. And, during the height of the craziness, I saw a lot of people kind of like disappearing from Amazon in terms of like competition in the various niches I sell in. And it also was reflected in advertising. So I didn't have to spend as much, but I've been turning on those advertising campaigns. At one point I turned all of them off. If you go back in my older income reports, you can see me talking about it. But now I've just been like turning them back on, monitoring the bids, and I mean a 6.48 return on ad spend is pretty good. By the way, they merged. I talked about this last month. I think they merged Campaign Manager with AMS. So it used to be ACOS, now it's ROAS. So if anybody cares, now I guess we'll just start saying return on ad spend. All right, let's move on to Amazon merch. So I did 451 sales, generating $8,056.91 of revenue. Royalty that I got to keep from that, $1,214.31. Average royalty, $2.69. So breakdown, I only sold on 3 markets. I am not planning on selling on the newer marketplaces. I'm going to, I talked about this earlier in the month, but I was tiered up to tier 100,000, and my plan is to use those additional. Really, when I was tiered up, I had like 18,800 slots used. So I'm going to try to use the additional 81,200 slots to sell standard t-shirts in the US market, since I think that's the highest earning potential. I mean, I'm pretty sure it is. So it's not going to be easy. I've talked about in previous videos how I'm planning on using various automation tools like automatepod.com. in combination with Merch Titans. So I can automate the design process and the upload process. It's still a lot of work, as you guys would imagine. I mean, I was hoping it would be a little bit less work, but even with everything being pretty much as streamlined as it can be, I still gotta roll my sleeves up and, put in the work. But so far, I guess I can tell you, I don't know if oh yeah, I did. I put it at the bottom here. Let me scroll down. So far, I'm at 28,849 t-shirts of 100,000. So I have, if you look at month over month from July to August, I am plus 10,000 shirts, which is not where I want to be. I want to be doing better than that. Part of my strategy video, if you watched it, I mentioned I want to do 1,000 shirts a day. The problem I'm realizing with that is that at some point Amazon implemented like basically, you know how like Cloudflare, I'm going to nerd out for 2 seconds, but like Cloudflare is like one of those website protections against getting DDoSed, where if there's too many requests hitting a web server, it basically takes it down. It removes its ability to field new requests and respond. So you see like, it's an inability to see a website basically. And Amazon's got safeguards against people flooding their servers. So like I used to, like what I was doing for a while was I was running 2 Merch Titans automation upload tabs in sync, in unison, which if you guys think like, oh no, you're going to set off red flags, let me just go back in time and remind you that like before I knew automation existed, I had uploaded manually 13,000 listings to Amazon Merch. So I've already put in the work. I've earned my stripes. I've been there, done that. But when I would upload 13,000 shirts, I had, I'm a little bit of like a computer maniac. Like I would be in the web browser and, I have all the keyboard shortcuts to switch between tabs and all that stuff. I would be uploading in no less than minimum 8 tabs at a time. So when I was doing it manually, I was uploading more than I am when I run 2 automation tabs in parallel. So anyways, guys, if you're interested in finding out more about my, look how cool that is. If you guys aren't using Pretty Merch Chrome extension for Google Chrome, I just realized earlier I was doing a consulting call, learned that not everybody knows about Pretty Merch. Go grab it. It's free. And they give you these cool little animations when you get tiered up. So that's the, I was smart. I recorded that when I was tiered up to tier 100,000. What else did I want to share? So I'm only selling in US, UK, and Germany. I'm not posting actively to UK or Germany. These are just old uploads. But US was $1,149, UK 33 pounds sterling, Germany 16 euro. All right, so back up above $1,000 on a month though for Amazon Merch. Hit that 12,000 or 1,200 mark. If I can hit my goal. Oh, did I even finish my thought earlier? So Amazon put in these like throttle protection where I can't run 2 uploaders in parallel. Because if they're both like, I don't know, I don't want to get into the technical side of things. I don't like the way that in summary, I don't like the way Amazon coded the product creation screen. They're doing AJAX requests when you like key in the price, for instance. So it's like hitting their server every time you do a keystroke. As a result, as you can imagine, you're hitting the server more than you need to. They could do client-side validation for that. Instead, they're doing, well, AJAX is both. Anyways, like I said, nerding out here, going back into being web developer mode. Let's get back on track. Dropship print on demand, 583 sales, bringing in $3,156.93 of profit. 2020 year-to-date profit, $17,400. Not bad. And keep in mind too, guys, like any business cycle, well, I don't want to say any. I'll stick to what I know. Online sales, the business cycle, is 365 days because there's 4 quarters, and we know that one of those quarters has higher demand than the rest. So we are heading into the best quarter of the year. And, I'm pretty happy with that number so far. All right, sales by platform, Amazon.com, 350. Amazon.co.uk, 10 sales. eBay, 21. Etsy, 0. Sad face. Redbubble, 135. Spreadshirt, 2. TeePublic, 63. Teespring, I hate you, 0. Zazzle, 2 sales. All right. And I mentioned in this video that I dropped, which you can go back in time and check out if you want, that I had a semi-viral product in the middle of the month that generated on August 19th, so in a 24-hour span, $1,129.55 of sales on just Amazon. That's one product on just one marketplace cracked $1,000 in revenue. And that's pretty good, I don't always anticipate having these trending products that do those big numbers, but I do in my course talk about how I spot trends, how I find them efficiently, and how I go about maximizing profitability of trends, because it's one thing to like kind of know that they exist. It's another to then serve the demand before it even manifests itself. Like if you're one of the first people to see something that's going to eventually be a trend, You then need to know how to recreate the design, how to sell it on a product, where to sell it. And beyond that, as you can imagine, there are little intricacies that you can do to, how wish I say, increase the likelihood of you being the one that capitalizes on that trend more than everybody else, let's just say. What I'm really implying is that you lock down the top spot in search results, which then will result in more sales volume, more sales velocity, more revenue, more profit, right? Here's my Printful sales chart for the month. As you can see, when I hit that trend from August 18th through the 22nd, about sales were pretty good. Although I actually had a nice day on the 12th too. Look at that spike, and the 3rd. So I just call that a good month. Nothing too crazy. Again, if you go back in time, look at my August 2018 income report, you will see an absurd single day spike in sales where I cracked it was over $7,000 in a single day through Printful. I think that was to Amazon and to Etsy combined though. I think Etsy did like $5,000, Amazon did like $2,000. All right, here's my Printful sales for Amazon.co.uk, which I do also sell in using the Printful integration. I used to do the European FBA program, but that was a just terrible experience. I was extorted by the HMRC and their ridiculous tax program. And I had to pay a company over there just to assist me in filing taxes and doing it correctly. And it's a long story, but it was not fun. I lost so much money doing that. Pretty sure they just extorted me out of it though, and they definitely still owe me money. But anyways, like I said, different story. This is my volume discount for the month. I was able to earn an 8% volume discount by surpassing $5,000 in sales using Printful. So I really like that Printful reworked the way that their volume discounts work. And I think in the past, you would have had to hit $5,000 just to earn a 5% volume discount, if I'm not mistaken. Either that or it was like maybe 5% was at 2,500 and 6% was at 5. I don't remember exactly. I'm pretty sure it was like 5. You had to hit $5,000 just to get 5%. Anyways, they are invested in our success as sellers because they only make money when we do. So it makes sense that they are now making these volume discounts a little bit more accessible to the average person. And again, guys, the more marketplaces you sell on and the more optimizations you perform on those marketplaces, if you understand them, which is something that I can help with, the more sales you'll make. And then the more sales you make, number one, all these algorithms, they understand that if something's selling, when a customer types in a certain search term, they understand that like, okay, that search term should show that product in results. So it's like you get a sale, you're more likely to get another sale, then you're more likely to get more sales because you will improve your organic rank. It's almost like a feedback loop. And not only that, but then as you increase your sales velocity, it's costing you less on the back end for the base cost of the products that you're selling to the customer. So it's one of these things that kind of cascades. You just got to get the ball rolling. And, definitely keep the momentum strong heading into September and then into the fourth quarter. So I'm excited about that. All right. Amazon KDP. Did 40 sales, bringing in $73.92 of profit. By the way, let's just say 74 times 12. Is it going to let me do that? 74 times 12. So that's about, $888, about $900 a year. However, the sales are going to spike. They're going to pick up in the fourth quarter. So even in like a normal month, a down month, this is still like significant money in terms of, when I worked a 9-to-5 job, I never expected to get $1,000 bonused out to me at any point in the year. But you can basically do KDP on autopilot and increase your sales by $1,000, even if the fourth quarter didn't pick up at all, right? Even in a down month, if that was just consistent 12 months a year, you're making $900 a year extra in your pocket. So not bad. Interesting this month too. But the United Kingdom surpassed my United States sales. I don't know if that's happened in the past. I don't recall that it ever has. So that's a little interesting. Don't really know why. I'd just be speculating. Also, if you missed my interview with Paul Marles, I dropped that last night on the channel, but we talked about starting KDP in 2020. We talked some strategy, really just high level strategy. We didn't get into anything too advanced. And it's interesting if you just want some high level insights into starting a KDP business. All right, let's wrap up with AdSense. So Google Ads, my earnings were $5,684.20. YouTube paid me $5,379.25 for posting, daily videos. And it's not just the new videos, but the older videos also. They all serve, again, it's the same methodology that I apply to selling things on like Amazon. It's like with YouTube, I think of it as online real estate. If I can occupy more of it, if I can treat this like a real job and do a video every day, which at times does get stressful. Like today, it's a little stressful, not because I don't want to be here sharing this income report with you, but I was doing a consulting call earlier. It was supposed to be a 30-minute call, and we ended up talking for 3 hours. So, I mean, sometimes, you know what, man, we're just enjoying the conversation, and it happened. So my voice is like a little bit sore, but you know what, it's all good. We're going to get through it together. It's just that doing 3 hours of that and then this video is a little bit tough, but you know what, I'll make it. And the website that I run for fun brought in $304.95 plus some, affiliate stuff on the side. When I show my like Amazon affiliate stuff, that's not from selling Amazon merch t-shirts. I mean, sometimes it is, but for the most part, it's also that website. I use Amazon affiliates and I make like product recommendations and whatnot. And I had a pretty good month for that too. I think I had like over 50 products sold. All right, so if you come to my blog post, you can see like a screenshot straight out of my Google Ads dashboard. That's on the reporting page. This is my Google Analytics page. You can check out the numbers if you're interested. YouTube, as you can see here, continued to post daily content. Thank you so much, guys. This is where I just say thank you. The views are up, the watch time's up, the subscribers are up, revenue's up, everything's good. Who I should really be thanking is probably the YouTube algorithm, since it's like the more they suggest my videos, the more people watch them. But yeah, I appreciate all of you subscribers as well. I'm sure by now all of you guys are already subscribed, so I won't even ask you to hit that button. Crack the 35,000 mark. Thank you again. And I mentioned I would briefly talk about investing. If you guys were subscribed to my channel back in March, I mentioned that I did really well making some like high level like macro options trades. And I'm not like just blindly bombing my money into like Tesla and Apple. I make some pretty responsible, like I would at least consider them responsible options trades. I ended the month up 13,000, just basically doing it in the morning because there's a lot of trading opportunities between 9:30 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. I'd say. Not that you can't trade throughout the day, but like in my mind, like that's the best time to be at least doing my approach to trading. Quick little scalps here and there with options. And I don't want to say I've been investing in precious metals. I think of it as preserving my buying power as inflation has weakened the dollar. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I think it's a good time to learn more about like how the financial system kind of works. Not that I'm an expert, but I do study that a lot in my spare time. And, just by holding precious metals, their value in terms of US dollars went up by over $1,200 just in the month of August. And I'm continuing to dollar cost average into silver, gold. All right, guys, let's wrap this video up. So just to recap really quickly, Amazon FBA brought in $9,947 profit. Amazon merch, $1,214. Dropship print on demand, $3,156. Amazon KDP, $73. Google ads, $5,684 for the grand total on the month. Passive income profits, $20,077.28. I call that a good month. August continues to be a strong month for me. In that 20K number, I didn't mention, the money that I did make through some investing, but altogether, yeah, I mean, it was a good month. Also, there was a lot of interest in my courses, which I think is a good indicator. People that know that the fourth quarter is coming and that if they're not positioned to capitalize on the spike in demand associated with the fourth quarter, that, I think there's a general understanding that if you learn from somebody that's been doing it for almost 4 years, that you can kind of hit the fast forward button to not just profitability, but like higher levels of profitability, right? Not just one sale a day, but let's make 5 sales a day, 10 sales a day. It's not just like snap your fingers and it happens just because you joined my course, but all those little optimizations that are easy to miss, you won't miss them if you are learning from somebody that knows what they're talking about. And I can provide that sort of insight and direction if you're interested. As usual, there's links in the description. You can also always like email me or reach out on Facebook Messenger. I don't have a team, it's me. So yeah, I answer everything. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I do appreciate your time. If you like the video, do me a favor, just hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed and you want to hit that button, well, never mind. I know everybody that's watching is already subscribed, so I won't even ask. But thank you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
Passive Income School is open. Enroll now at ryansmethod.com. Thank you.